everyone, and welcome back to I.M.TGaming. We're back here on the ARK Single Player game, and as you can see, I'm in the middle of taming a brand new dinosaur. What we have here is a level 135 male iguanodon that spawned just outside my base just a little bit ago. I've constructed a small makeshift taming pen inside my area, just so I could have somewhere to keep him safe while he was knocked out and being fed. And it may be a little bit before he fully wakes up, so I'm gonna step out for a minute and show you some changes that we've made around here. As you can see, the greenhouse that I had here is completely gone, and I decided to replace it with a brand new stable. And I think I'm gonna put the Fumias in it right now. Get them all loaded up in here. Make sure that they're nice and secure. There we are. Fumias are nice and tucked in, all safe and sound. I've also made some changes inside the house, so I'll go ahead and show you that. Placed a couple of artifact pedestals on either side of the main entrance, just so that when I start going to get the artifacts, I'll have something to put here that'll help shine the place up a bit more during the night. This room is still pretty empty. I'm not sure what I'm going to be putting in here just yet. Although, pretty cool idea that probably in these two spots, once I defeat the bosses or defeat an alpha T-Rex, I might have their heads mounted up somewhere along here. This room's still pretty vacant too, but I also put up some other artifact pedestals in here. I have this as sort of like a trophy room. Unfortunately, ARK only offers so much when it comes to interior decorating. So I'm gonna have to hopefully do something about that at one point. And here we have an industrial forge. This thing is amazing at making lots and lots of charcoal, also heating up a bunch of metal for you when you need it. So this is a really big necessity to have around your base. And here we have the kitchen. There's the fridge, the industrial grill. Although I think there's something wrong with the fridge because it only allows me to rename it or demolish it. I can't access the inventory for some reason. That might be a glitch in ARK's part. So, wildcard, you might want to look into that. For now, I'm just using this preserving bin. It's not as efficient most of the time as a fridge, but as long as you have a lot of spark powder, it'll do its job. Let's go. And I put in some lamps up here just to make the place more bright, because when it is nighttime, which it currently is outside, this place can get insanely dark and it's really hard to see where you're going half the time. And I decided to change this area from the guest bedroom to being a workshop. As you can see, I have a smithy and a chemistry bench, which really speeds up the process of making stuff like narcotics. And we have the fabricator, who can give me stuff that I normally can't get in the smithy. Stuff like scuba diving gear, riot armor, and a lot of other things. And here we have the master bedroom. We have a table here. And I put in a little fireplace because I thought that would be nice for decorations to make the room more homey. Of course, here's my bed. I'll go ahead and take a lay in it just so you guys can see it. I wonder if you can actually have two people in here at once. Like one person on top and one person on the bottom. If that is a thing, please somebody show me. Real quick, let's go check on the iguanodon. Yeah, it is super dark out here. I can barely see in front of my own face. So, let me see if I got anything to fix that. Where is my torch? Oh, there it is. There we go. How you coming, buddy? Not too bad. Almost at 50%. So we'll put a little bit more in. We'll use some narcotics just to make sure that you stay asleep. Oh, in case anybody's wondering, my dinosaurs are all still here and they're all okay. They've just been moved to more cozy accommodations. Speaking of which, since it's 9, I might as well turn this on. There we go. All lit up. Now let me go back outside and show you this real quick. This is my temporary dinosaur storage, but it's also going to function as a breeding pen. A multi-purpose breeding pen, as you can see. As we have some pretty big cages in here. And we're able to store quite a few dinosaurs in one cell at a time. Starting in here, you all remember Calliope. Well, off camera, I found her a mate who I decided to name Apollo. And here are Thud and Delta, all nice and cozy. Theo and Lady Margaret in here together. They look a little bit cramped, I know, but it'll make things a lot easier when I'm ready for them to start breeding. Oh, and by the way, if anybody's noticing the texture detailing fading in and out on the dinosaurs, I greatly apologize for that, but there's apparently something up with my game. That needs a little ironing out. You all remember Stella, my Stegosaurus. She's a little bit lonely in here. But if we're lucky, we'll find her a decent high-level boyfriend soon enough. As too. He's a little bit by himself too. But he's actually going to be moved to a different spot pretty soon. Someplace that I'm going to show you in just a little bit. And here's my Therizinosaurus still. I still haven't figured out a good name for this guy. So if anybody has some suggestions, I'm all ears at this point. And you're about to meet two faces that I recorded prior off camera before the last episode, but hadn't had a chance to properly introduce you to. This is my Caprosuchus Marsh Marigold. I tamed her out in the swamp when I was trying a new Pteranodon. Yeah, I forgot to mention that in the last episode. When we were moving over here, there was some alpha raptors that were prowling around. One of them I managed to lure off a cliff into a deeper part of the swamps. Sadly, the other one was a little bit harder to kill, and we lost breakaway. And another off-camera tamed is my Beelzebufo Jock. I thought he was pretty cool. He was pretty high level when I got him. And for those of you who don't know, Beelzebufo means devil frog. And he got that name because, I don't know if you can make him out because of the glitching area, but a set of horns over his eye ridges, which, when they first discovered him off in Madagascar, they thought that this was a real devil of a frog. This thing was a real hopping menace when it was alive way back when. This frog never spent his time eating flies and dragonflies. This frog was feeding on baby dinosaurs. Let me go over and check the iguana. Oh, the iguanodon's tamed. Sweet. So let me take out the narcotics. Let's boost your stamina. Saddle on, and let's get you out into the daylight. Not too shabby. I can barely see you because of the lighting, but when the lighting clears up, I'm sure you're going to look really cool. For now, let's give you a name. And I got the perfect one in mind. We shall call you Mantel. And for those of you who wonder why such a name would be for an iguanodon, that is actually I'm actually having him named after Dr. Richard Mantell, I think. Yeah. Dr. Mantell, the paleontologist who actually discovered iguanodon way back in 1822. At first they found only a bunch of teeth, and they thought that a spike was, the spike on its thumb was actually supposed to be a horn on the nose. And they've actually made some replicas of that in statues which can be found in London in the Crystal Palace Park. I don't know if that means anything to the rest of you, but do with that information what you will. For now, let's work us on getting you some more berries in your inventory. And a monkey somewhere. That's the cool thing about iguanodons too in ARK. They can stand up on their hind legs, and they can also go on all fours. Not really anything real astonishing, but I think it's a pretty neat gimmick. Looks like it's starting to get a little bit brighter out. And there's some other things I'm ready to show you guys that are right back here. I moved the greenhouse down here so it would have a constant water source, since that seemed to be a real problem where it was hooked up before. Plus, we got proper irrigation. Let me just see if there's any fertilizer ready. Nope. Nope. Not yet. And I'm going to be walling off almost this entire area, because I'm going to be making a little gator house somewhere along the edge of the water where there's a flat surface, so I can have somewhere for Marshmallow, Marigold, Leatherhead, and Jock to go, since those guys like to be around water more often. All in all, I'd say it's coming along fairly decent. Oh, and there's still some more to show you all. It doesn't look like I've made much progress out here, but au contraire, because I have actually two pretty nice structures to show you all here. You can't really see it because of the trees that are blocking it, but this spot over here is going to be the hatchery. When I'm ready to start breeding dinosaurs, I'm going to be putting some air conditioners in here, and I'm going to be hatching eggs. Once the babies are born, they're all going to be coming out here so they can like run around, walk, interact, age up properly. And once they're ready, I'll bring them out. And over here, the aviary has been completed. Let me show you the inside as we head up. We have some other new guys in here too. You'll remember the Argentavis that I tamed in the last episode. I still need to come up with a name for him. But this guy over here, right across from him, this was another off-camera tame. This is a Tapajara. They are very very unique type of flying reptile, and they come in quite a bit of use in ARK, because they can have 3 people riding on them, and they can also cling to the sides of walls and trees, which makes it really cool to find awesome new vantage points when you're in a tactical situation where it seems like you need to try to tame something at a certain angle, or if you're attacking someone from a high position and you're trying to stay out of their line of fire. And then up here, we have... I moved my 2 Pteranodons up here. Madonna and Jet Ray. I still got more to work on in this area, but it should come out pretty nice once it's all done. So, yeah, that's what we've gotten so far, and we'll be making a lot more progress next time. So, I'm going to cut off here, because I still got to work on the wall, and also the gator house, but when I come back, we're going to try and go out and tame something. Since there's a couple things I want to try to tame, I want us to definitely get a Quetzal, because I want to have a big flyer around so I can carry my bigger creatures like my Triceratops and Stegosaurus. And also we need some carnivorous creatures like saber-tooths and direwolves. I'll probably get to those once I move over to another area in the tundra. And I can guarantee you all that when it comes to taming big, vicious dinosaurs, a T-Rex is definitely on my top priority list. So, we'll see what happens next time. I will see you all in the next video, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you next time. Catch you later.